So I literally just filmed this whole video already. I did not like the way that it looked, so we're gonna restart the video. I'm so upset. I kept messing up in the previous video, so that's why I'm refilming it. So wait down, wait never. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about anxiety and how I deal with my anxiety. I know that through everything that's been happening in the world with quarantine, the coronavirus, murder hornets, this has been stirring up like so much like weird like mental health and like so much crazy, like not even joking, like so much crazy anxiety, especially for me. I can speak from experience that I've had a couple anxiety attacks in the beginning, and then I kind of just applied a lot of these methods over and kind of just got into a place of like just peace. Now, just as a disclaimer, I don't want these tips to kind of like take away from actually like getting medication or getting the help that you need. I definitely highly recommend, like, if you feel like you need to get help, definitely reach out. Sometimes people struggle with reaching out. I know that sometimes I've gone through periods in my life where I struggled with reaching out to someone for medical help, but right now I'm even working with a self-love coach right now. In the past, I've worked with therapists like in high school and college when I was going through stuff. So definitely this is the time to like reach out to someone and get the help that you need if you feel as though you need it. Me, I always like to improve myself, so I feel like if I'm going through something hard, I don't want to fall back into similar patterns that I have in the past. So when I feel like I need to reach out, I'll reach out. But these are tips that I would suggest like you can implement into your everyday life and to just start helping you kind of minimize all the anxiety, and even like with depression and mental health and stuff like that. I heard this quote, I think my coach may have even said this, I don't know if he did or not, but like I heard this probably a couple of days ago, and it's basically like depression is where you're living in the past and anxiety is when you're living in the future. So this kind of brings me to my first tip, which is to breathe and to be present. When you have anxiety, you tend to just think about 20 million different things in your head and overthink these scenarios over and over and over again, and it makes your heart race, and like you're basically overthinking scenarios that will probably almost never happen. They could possibly happen, but like you don't know what's gonna happen, and it's kind of like guessing that something's going to happen when in reality those things will probably never happen even in a million years. Breathe. Take a moment to just breathe. Deep breaths. Use your senses. You're like, oh, there's a window behind me, the bright light, or I hear birds outside. Maybe even peek out the window, kind of breathe while you're doing it. I mean, hopefully you're breathing. If you're living, I'm hoping that you're breathing. Feel Mr. Snuffs over here and feel how soft he is, or something like that. Kind of just using your other senses, getting out of your head and like focusing on like what's around you right now and the things that you hear. Being present. Second tip I would give you is to exercise. This could literally be any kind of physical activity, even just simply popping in your headphones and listening, not popping pills. I know, I took a pause. I was thinking something completely different for a second. This could be like popping in your earbuds or something and turning on your favorite music, like happy I'm going through puberty. So even if it's a simple, what is simple, Stacy? Please explain what simple is. A new word that I just made up, guys. Simple. It's simple and little together. Something as simple as just popping in music and dancing around, like just moving your body in some kind of way. Or if you do like working out and exercising, just going out for a walk or a jog. Or like if you're like me, who is missing the gym right now, I definitely just recommend trying to take your gym workouts and kind of bringing it home. Maybe even if that means like buying workout equipment or something like that. Third thing I would recommend, which is not for everyone, but I would definitely highly recommend you try getting into it if you've always been curious about it, is to meditate. Meditation, I definitely got back into meditation recently a couple of weeks ago, and it has helped me so much. Definitely if you're starting to get into meditation, I do recommend doing it every day in the beginning and testing different meditations that you find like on YouTube. I would highly recommend doing guided meditations if you're someone that overthinks so much like I did in the beginning. I would definitely recommend guided meditations because you're listening to someone talk and the person is telling you what to think and what to visualize. They're helping you breathe, they're helping you be present, kind of going back into the first tip that I was talking about. Definitely recommend listening to meditation music if you're not like an overthinker, but because if you have anxiety you're probably prone to overthinking, so I definitely highly recommend guided meditation. But if you feel like you're a little bit more experienced in the meditation field of things, I definitely would say like if you can, you know, figure out listening to meditation music. Sometimes I'll do that, but I feel like it's more beneficial for me to do guided meditations. The fourth tip I would say, which is also not for everyone, again, all these tips, take them with a grain of salt or sand or however the saying goes. Do what you feel as though is best for you. These are things that I just recommend that definitely worked for me. So the fourth one is to cut caffeine. At least limit it if you can, but cut it if you can try to. I know that since caffeine is a drug, you could go through withdrawal symptoms, but I cut caffeine completely and I haven't really experienced that. I guess because I wasn't drinking caffeine as much as most people were. But definitely if you can cut caffeine, since caffeine is a stimulant, and when you're someone who's dealing with anxiety, you have a nervous system that is always on high alert, so adding a stimulant to it kind of just makes you go a little bit extra, and it could add a little bit of paranoia to you. I know that the worst experience that I've had with caffeine was a couple months ago or maybe a year ago. I took C4, which is like a pre-workout if you guys don't know, and it has tons of caffeine and it made me really jittery. It really made me paranoid, and after taking that, just even drinking regular normal caffeine like in coffee and stuff like that, I started to experience like some of the things, but on a milder scale, but some of the things that I was going through when I was taking the C4. I was itchy. It gave me the energy that I needed, but I was paranoid as fuck. So like I would not recommend anyone who has crazy anxiety. I definitely would recommend like gummies that have like green tea extract in it, or just green tea in general. Green tea I think is a really good natural source of energy if you want to drink that. I don't know if it has like actual caffeine in it or whatever. I haven't had like actual green tea before, but I've had like supplements with green tea and extract, and it was really natural and stuff like that, and it really gave me really natural energy without me feeling anxious in any kind of way. So if you have to have some kind of energy, I definitely recommend like a supplement that has natural ingredients in it. Number 5 would be to schedule your sleep. I know how weird this sounds to like someone sit down and like schedule their sleep. I don't mean schedule it as in like, oh yeah, this is my bedtime and then this is the time that I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna set alarms. I mean, if you're that type of person that can set a bedtime and set an alarm to wake up at a specific time, especially if you like go to work, that's cool and everything. Me, I don't have set alarms. I try to set alarms, especially since I work from home. I've tried to set alarms, but my body generally wakes up around the same time that I would expect myself to wake up anyway. Definitely schedule your sleep. Make sure you're getting the recommended 8 hours of sleep. Some people, especially as adults, find it hard to get the recommended, like I think it's like 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. It has made all the difference in my life just having those full 8 hours of sleep. I felt so much more energized. I felt so motivated throughout the day. Sleep is like so underrated, and we don't understand like how important it is and how it affects our everyday lives, our bodies, our mindset. It's so important, especially with mental health. I think it's just so important. So definitely schedule your sleep and make sure you're getting those 8 hours when you can. And the last thing I would suggest is just to listen to your body, but listen to your body in terms of like what triggers your anxiety. I had people in my life recently that I had to cut out because they were toxic to my mental health. If you notice anything that's making your heart beat irregularly, like without you really doing anything besides being in front of that thing or engaging with that thing, maybe sit with it and think about like, is this something that's triggering my anxiety, and like figure out a way that you can avoid that thing. Not avoid it like avoid it like the plague, but like kind of just avoid it like in a way like that is healthy for you. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's specific events, sometimes it's specific foods and things like that. You really got to listen to your body and be more intuitive with yourself and figure out what's best for you, because that'll help you and your mental state in the long run. But that's all my tips to help you guys cope and navigate through your anxiety. I hope that this has helped you. Again, I definitely recommend you reaching out and getting the help that you need. Again, I'm always here if you need help, but again, I keep saying again, but I'm not like a therapist or like an expert or any of the things. A lot of the things that I talk about in these videos are from my experiences or through the therapist or the help that I've been getting throughout the years, the resources that I've looked up that have helped me. So anything that I talk about in these videos is definitely things that I've gone through and that I would recommend, because there's a lot of things out there that people haven't really thought about, and maybe my way of doing things won't help someone, or maybe someone will come across this video and be like, I never thought of that, and they'll decide to try it one day. That's why I make these videos, and that's why I feel like if you want to reach out, you can always reach out. If you guys have any other ways to help cope with any kind of mental health, even if it is anxiety, leave them in the comments down below. Maybe someone else will come across this video and be like, I want to learn a bit, I want to learn a bit, what? I want to learn a little bit more. They'll probably scroll through the comments, because I know a lot of people scroll through comments in videos and like social media and stuff like that just to see what other people say. I know I do that. Leave them in the comments down below. Help someone out, help me out. Maybe I'll find something new that I haven't even thought of. But I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, it means so much to me that you guys watch these videos. It literally motivates me when you guys love and enjoy these kind of videos and suggest videos, because I love making YouTube videos. I love doing this stuff for you guys. And I'm just so grateful for even the few of you that just watch these videos. It just means so much to me. It brightens up my day, honestly, and I'm so grateful for you. So thank you so much for watching. Reach out to me if you ever want to talk on Instagram. You're beautiful, you're worthy, you're loved. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Yeet!